Alright, I had to restart the video because my timer had run out. Okay, the next thing that Jamel also asked was, do I have any examples of when I have chosen quantity or price over quality and had regrets about it? Thought about this long and hard, and I don't have any regrets in that regard, but actually the opposite, where I paid more for something that I thought was quality or something that I thought was going to be more than what it was, when I should have chosen the other product that was cheaper but from someone who was maybe, I guess, less famous, but who actually did have, you know, probably the quality of product that I needed in that moment. And I'm referring to, you know, an online course, a training, like not e-preneurship, like e-marketing type of training. I won't get specific, but it's a very popular training that's rolled out every year in the springtime, and you know, the person has a lot of affiliates and people marketing for her, and I don't think it's a bad program, but I think that there are other courses out there that are less expensive, that offer more specifics, more access to the person running the course, and they get more specific and can help you more consistently, versus the way that program is run, where basically you're looking to the community for the answers, and the community is not necessarily the experts in that moment, and the community is quite large, so it's overwhelming for me anyway. So yeah, so I just think, you know, I thought that, okay, this has a better price tag, you know, it was marketed to me excellently. She's an excellent marketer. You know, I couldn't go anywhere without seeing something about it, which just, you know, kept reinforcing in my mind that, you know, I need to get this. But I shouldn't. I should have went with what I planned on going with, which was, you know, 75% cheaper. But to say that too, there are also programs that cost the same as hers, which run the same amount of time or longer, which also give you more quality, more technical know-how, and again, you get that access one-on-one to the person leading the course, versus, you know, just you know, one call every week with, you know, hundreds of people on the line too. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, basically I've had the opposite experience of what Jamel was asking about, where, you know, I thought I was paying more for something that was better quality, or I thought I was getting more than what I actually got for the amount of money that I paid. But going back to that, just because something doesn't cost as much, even something that's cheap, just because it's cheap doesn't mean you can't take care of it. Like, I'm talking about here specifically clothing. I've never been a person to, or I don't know, I feel like I always shop like cheap clothing places, like Old Navy, Forever 21, H&M, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, whatever. You know, whenever I need to buy something, especially like clothes and something like that, you know, I'm never comfortable spending a whole bunch of money on anything except for technology. But what I'm saying about that, just because it's cheap doesn't mean you can't maintain it. Like, I have clothing from Forever 21 that's over 5 years old. And it really astounds me when I hear people talking about, like, Forever 21 and H&M, how they wear a shirt one night and then they have to throw it away after that one night because, you know, it's unraveled or something like that. I've never had that experience. And if a thread did happen to come loose at some point, you know, I sew it back up. That's how I feel about it. So to me, even though the price is cheap, and maybe, you know, it's not the greatest quality. If you take care of it and maintain it, you can get your money's worth out of it. So that's the way I think about it. I bought some clothing from Forever 21 over the summer, and I said I wasn't gonna buy any more clothing from them if I can help it. So, you know, I've gone, the last time I bought something was August, so September, October, November, December. Going 4 months now without buying anything. I'm getting to a point now though where I need new jeans, and I really love Forever 21 skinny jeans, but I'm going to try to hold off and see if I can find another company or something. I don't know, we'll see. But if I can't find them and I get to a point, you know, where these jeans are just done with, and I've had these jeans for 5 going on 6 years now. So I feel like I've got my money's worth out of them. They're only $10 to begin with. But, you know, if I can't find an alternative that's affordable within my price range, I will most certainly go back to Forever 21 and purchase more jeans. It's just what it is, you know. We do have to be more conscious consumers. And, you know, I am aware of, you know, the ethical concerns with how our clothing is manufactured. But I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just lazy, but lazy and cheap. I'm not gonna pay $50 for one pair of jeans. I just don't get it. I'll sew my own damn hair first. And maybe that's what I have to do, make my own clothing. But, you know, I try to limit what I buy in general. But if I'm in a situation where there aren't any other alternatives, I'm going to buy the $10 pair of jeans from Forever 21, you know. The low cost of high prices. I mean, the high cost of low prices. It's a problem, but it's something that I'm willing to, you know, I'll bite the bullet on this particular issue, because I don't have time to go searching. No, I won't say that. That's an excuse. I just don't feel like it, and that's the truth. Please don't hate me, but you know, like I said, I make up for buying the cheap clothing that's probably not so ethically produced by making it last for a long time, so that I don't have to purchase more in between or frequently. So, yeah. Okay. Jamel also asked this topic. She or he, I'm sorry, I don't know their gender, but she also asked who I thought was a minimalist icon. And for me, that person is who I call the godfather of minimalism, and that's Leo Babauta. And I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I need to really, you know, check out how it's pronounced, but until then, I'll just keep saying Babauta. As I stated before, when I first started minimalism, I didn't know what it was. It didn't have a name. I was just doing it because it felt right. But once I did learn that there was this thing called minimalism, the first group that I actually discovered were the minimalists. But in looking at their website, they led me to Leo Babauta, Zen Habits. And, you know, I was really drawn into, like, his style of communication and his perspective on living simply. And, you know, he's like the ultimate minimalist of minimalists. You know, even his sites, you know, he has zenhabits.net and minimalist.com, maybe .net, I'm not sure. But even his, you know, his sites are minimalist. It's just a title, a date, and the actual post. And the posts aren't even, like, long. And he's written, you know, quite a few books. And again, they're just so simple, just to the point, just what you need to know, and that's it, you know. So and he gives away a lot of his books for free or like cheap, very cheap. He doesn't copyright his material. So, he has a large family that, he moved from San Francisco to Guam, and I believe he's a vegan. So he's just really, like, to me, like I said, the godfather of minimalism. When I think of minimalism, he's the first person that comes to my mind. Then the Minimalist, and then, there's like Courtney Carver and Joshua Becker, but Leo and the Minimalist are the two that, I probably will refer to the most, and who really, inspired me to officially, I guess, adopt minimalism as this lifestyle, or gave me the tools, I guess, to put a name on what I was doing. So that's my answer for that. Jamel also asked me who I thought was a black minimalist celebrity. This was much more difficult because all we know about celebrities are what they show us. And we know that celebrities' images are very well crafted. Number one. Number two, I don't follow a lot of celebrities, so I really don't have any idea if they are truly living minimally or not. I just know when I'm attracted to aesthetically when it comes to celebrities. So my picks are Sade. And again, this is from an aesthetic point of view. I don't know about Sade's personal life and whether she lives minimally or not. But I do know that she has a consistent style that's very minimalist. She's never over the top. Her makeup is like simple, but it's her signature, her red lips, her hair pulled back, her hoop earrings or some type of earring. She wears very simple clothing, neutral colored. Her music is like calm and like soothing, and like her music just gets to the heart of the matter. It's essential. It focuses on what's essential. And I think that's why she has such staying power that she's had over the past, 3-4 decades now. And I know that she still tours, but she definitely tours when she wants to, and that's the ultimate life of the minimalist, being free to do what you want and do what you love. So she's my number one pick for a black celebrity minimalist. My other pick is a little trio, which would be Zoe Kravitz, who is the daughter of Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz. They are my family, even though Lisa Bonet and Lenny aren't married anymore. They are my black minimalist family. Like I said, I just love that aesthetic. It's very, I don't even know what to call it, black alternative, magical, carefree, minimalist living. Again, I don't know what they do personally behind closed doors, but every time I see them, I like what I see, and I'm attracted to the energy that they give off. So they're my pick for black minimalist celebrity family trio group, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so I feel like I've talked a lot. My voice is starting to get hoarse, so I'm going to wrap this up and talk a little bit about my goals for 2016 and just give you a few tips on setting goals. And first I'm going to start with actually the tips before I talk about my personal goals. Over the years, I've gone back and forth between like setting specific goals, like a list of very specific goals, and just setting, or versus, you know, creating like a theme for the year and setting goals that more have an intention and a feeling versus, you know, a specific outcome. So I've gone back and forth on that, and I think the best way to go about it is some combination of the two. But I like the formula that I made up. So it's called SMART goals, but it's not the SMART that you hear about, you know, in education, but yeah, it's not the SMART that you hear about, you know, normally, which is specific, measurable, can't remember what the A is, I think relevant, and T is for time specific. I don't remember what the A is. Or action based, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, my SMART is simple, meaningful, aligned with your values, relevant, and transformable. Meaning your goals can be, oh, well, I'll explain all of them. So simple meaning that your goal can be stated, you know, within a few words, you know, one sentence max. You can whittle that goal down to its purpose very easily. And the simple part of your goals comes with having clarity on what it is that you want. The meaningful means that this goal, you know, has a purpose in your life. It's going to fulfill something in your life, whether it be, you know, within this year or down the road. Aligned with your values, you know, that's straightforward. We talked about your core values, making sure that this goal falls within that framework of your top core values. Relevant. Does it matter? Does it matter to your life now? Will it matter to your life a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And finally, transformable. If something happens, if your path changes direction, can your goal evolve with you in your life? So I think using that SMART, I think for minimalists, this SMART goal formula is very key to setting goals that you will be successful at in a year, within the year, or however long the goals are for. That's another thing. It doesn't have to be a yearly goal. It can be a goal that's, you know, for tomorrow, for a month from now, for a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And the same goal can carry over year from year, as long as you're making progress. If you're not making progress, then you maybe need to reevaluate your goals. So yeah, I think it's more, I think of goals more from a big picture standpoint, but you also can't neglect the specifics. Like, for example, one of my lifetime goals is just to travel more. And, you know, I went to Mexico a couple years ago, and I've been itching to go somewhere else. And this summer, 2016, I'm going to the Philippines. So that's like the overarching big picture goal. The specific goal that goes with that is that I have to save a certain amount of money, you know, to be able to purchase my plane ticket to go there. So to help me with that, I created the savings tracker that I showed you guys in the last video. So I think when goal setting, you have to be mindful of the big picture goals, and then set specific goals within that, within that big picture goal. And I think that's a good formula for success. Don't get bogged down in the details. And I would say don't set too many very specific goals, because you're just going to get, because I think you'll lose track of the big picture. And as long as you're working towards the big picture, you'll be fine. But speaking of goal setting, and I think the bullet journal, so when I first introduced this to you, I'd only been using it for like a few days. And so now it's almost been a month. And I can tell you that I love the bullet journal. And I don't think, now I'm sure that I won't be buying another like planner, like agenda type thing anymore. It's just changed the way I think about my day-to-day, and it allows me to keep everything, every area, every part of my life in one place. And I can get as detailed as I want to get, or do as much big picture planning as I want to do also, without getting overwhelmed. And I think the reason why it works so well is because you're really building your planner, agenda, journal, whatever you want to call it. You're building it as you go along. So you're focusing on what you need in any particular moment. And there are places, within the bullet journal, like the future planning logs, the 6-month logs, that's as far in advance as I need to go for right now. And that allows me to focus on the big picture goals while doing the specific day-to-day things that I need to make it towards those goals. So yeah, I love the bullet journal. And like I said, if you guys want to know more about it, I'll definitely do a more detailed tutorial on how to create your bullet journal and how to use it. But yeah, I love it. I'm not buying a planner or agenda or anything like that again. I'll just be buying plain notebooks or make my own notebook. And actually did buy just a separate plain journal, and this is for work. Just a plain journal that I bought for work, that I'm going to do bullet style, but it'll just be just for work, because I want to keep my day job separate from my personal life and my business. And I don't want to run the risk of like forgetting my journal, my personal bullet journal, at work or something of that nature. And then when I'm done with work, I want to be able to put the work journal away, just focus on my personal life. So I am keeping 2 separate bullet journals for my work and for my day job, I should say, and then one for my business and my personal life. But if you think about it, this is what I was using before. So I had just a journal, regular journal, just like a regular journal. An agenda, a weekly appointment planner, a day timer. This is like your monthly planner, plus like just a bunch of random notebooks and journals that I would jot down notes in. And I really just downsized that to 2 if you count the work one, but that, like I said, that's separate. But I don't size everything into one. Like if I want to write, just a regular journal page, I make a journal page. If I need to you know, do my daily agenda, I make a page for it. If I want to track my sales from the business, I just make a page for it and note it in the index, and it's done. It's good to go. So yeah, if you want to have a successful 2016 and you want to simplify your planning, you know, scheduling, if you want to simplify your life, create a bullet journal. So I said I was going to share my 2016 goals with you. And these are just like the general overarching goals for this year. So I have some outstanding debt that I need to pay off this year. And oh yeah, so remember in my updates video I talked about I was interviewing for another position. I did get the job, yay. So I'll still be working part-time, but it'll be like 25 hours per week, and the pay has increased significantly. So I'm going to use this time and the money, that, you know, my earnings, to really pay off some debt that's sort of been lingering over the past couple years. And this is like debt outside of my student loans. That's a whole nother deal, but you know. Yeah, so I'm going to be taking care of that debt that's been lingering, and I also have to get a new car. My car is done. I love my Volvo. It's a 97 Volvo. It's an old car, but you know, I just love that car to death, but she had to die. Okay, so debt, paying off that lingering debt. And the car that I buy, it's not going to be expensive or a brand new car. It's going to be something that I can pay off within a year or less. So I'm not going to require too much debt in getting the car. So friends, I already talked about this a little bit. Enforcing the friendships that I do have that are strong, and then searching out new friends and doing a meetup in the DMV for Black minimalists. Travel, I already told you that I'm going to the Philippines this summer. I also may be going to New Orleans in the spring for my friend's bachelorette party, and I want to go to South Africa next year for the holidays. So this time next year, December 2016, to visit my friend Tendo in South Africa. She just moved back from DC, moved back to South Africa from DC. Hair, yeah, I got hair goals. You see, I've been playing with my hair all throughout this video. So I'm growing my hair out. I've had it like really short for the past couple of years, but I'm growing out just a little bit, not as long as I used to have it. My hair used to be to like almost to my waist, and a few years ago I cut it off except for the top part, and then I just kept chopping on the top part. So I want to have like a tapered fro, so I'm growing out the sides. Right now they're like 3 inches, these little sides. So I'm probably going to grow that out to maybe like 5 or 6 inches. And then I'll let the top grow out to maybe like 9 or 10 inches. I don't know if I'm going to let it get that long. But basically I just want like a big tapered shape fro, and then I'm going to stop. I'm not going to let it get as long as it did last time. That's my hair goals. For my business goals, I'm going to be resuming my coaching business because I miss doing that. Really miss connecting with people. So that's going to be coming back. I'm finally going to like register my business like officially, I guess with the state. Been putting that off. And then just want to keep growing, more subscribers. I should say not subscribers, more community. I want to do more live events, which in the future we'll have the technical issues worked out. And then like more collaborations, so which particularly with other Black minimalists. So as those details become available, whoever I'm collabing will definitely let you know about that. And just personal goals, this is a goal that always exists, is here no matter what, and that's just to, take care of myself and, rest when I need it and do the things that I need to do to keep me healthy and centered. So yeah, that's an ongoing goal that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. I know this video was long. I would have much preferred to do it in like a live format and like see you guys' comments and see other questions and answer them on the spot, but I had to check to see if Mercury was in retrograde, but apparently it doesn't start until January 6th or something like that. But I feel like it came early for me. Cheers. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Happy Festivus from the rest of us who don't celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa. Merry Solstice. Whatever you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate anything, still hope you had, a good time or a relaxing break. Hope you have a happy new year. And of course, I'll see you guys in 2016 with a new website and with renewed energy to reach our goals and keep growing. So thank you for watching. Peace.